This is going to be a tutorial on the 3030 reinforced hinge assembly. It's going to assume you're already familiar with assembling a basic PitClamp. It shares the same assembly with the upper. The only difference is that this lower is extended for this purpose. So for each side, you're going to have a ring, 2 of these plates for the ring, 2 of these plates for the PitClamp hinge mechanism itself, per side. And basically the idea is you take these, you pick which side you want to be the outside, whether it's the print bed side or the top surface. I normally prefer the print bed side. And you just sandwich the ring with these metal plates. And then run your M5 35 through. So it pokes out the other side, and put a little T-nut on it. And it's very important, these T-nuts, it must be this style. I've tried others and they just don't give the same kind of strength when you tighten everything down. So just lightly thread that on so it's in place, and then do the same for the other side. Okay. And then same idea here. And this is when you're going to pick which way you want the lever to be. I normally prefer the lever to be towards the back of the stand on this side. So in this case, that's this orientation. So we'll get our 2 plates. And you're only going to use the outside holes on this. The inside is just for print purposes. It reinforces it by putting a column in the middle. And then again, just lightly thread these on. All right. And then this is like a little shortened version of the stand for the video. You just slide these in. On both sides. I already did this side to save time, and this also demonstrates what the stainless looks like. You kind of just let those rest back there for now, up against this little end bracket. And then for these, you take your piece that has the hinge, the PitClamp, or another hinge piece. You can repeat this process as many times as you want with the double clamps. And just slide it in there temporarily for now. Temporarily, okay. And then this is where the alignment is going to happen. You just take the normal end cap and make sure this little peg sticking up is either on the top or the bottom. Doesn't matter. I think visually it's nicer if it's on the top. And then once that's in place, you just slide these back gently until they press against it. And then you know the alignment in the back is the same. And this is when you want to start tightening things down a little bit. So just a little snug. The alignment is going to take place when we get everything all together. So just tight enough to hold it in place up against that rear piece, which this rear piece was a little loose, so I ended up pushing it back doing that. So you loosen and make sure this is flush. Okay. Okay. Now you'll open your clamps. Place this in place, and then go ahead and fully fasten up both sides of the PitClamp. And be sure if it's way too tight, that probably means you have a tooth that's out of alignment. So just kind of like wiggle this up and down until the tooth is in alignment, but it should go together. Okay, so now you've got your unit fully aligned. And now you can really crank down everything. So I'm going to start on this corner. Now I'm going to go zigzag diagonal to this back corner. My cat is crawling around in a cardboard box down there. Okay, then I'll zigzag up to this corner. And zigzag to this one. And my preference on these is the stainless. It all just seems to assemble better than those oxidized ones. Okay, now if you're using a tool like this, switch to using this short end so you can get more torque on everything. And because these are sandwiched with metal, you can really crank down on them. This is where the strength of this part really shines. So for visual reference, like I don't know what that would be in torque numbers. And then the same on these now. Okay, and then after that you would put your whole front assembly back on here, and that's a complete PitClamp 3030 reinforced hinge. And this is perfect demonstration. Because I didn't think about this for the video, I assembled these with the nuts on the inside on the dog bones. I highly recommend you do the nuts on the outside so that the heads of the bolts are what's protruding here. In this case, I've got a little bit of the thread sticking out, so I need to loosen the nut. Loosen the bolt just so that it's flush. And I'll do that on this side too, just so you can see what I'm talking about. It's poking out a little bit. It'll collide with the extrusion. So now this feels good. It should go right by now. Yeah.